again, and welcome back. I'm not in my workshop because it's very cold out there again, and what I'm going to be looking at today is what's on the screen behind me, which is the Grundig TK1. Now I've not looked at this at all yet. I've done nothing. All I've done is downloaded the manual for it, the Grundig manual, which I'm sure would be useful, and the Radio Museum specification for it, and that's all I've done. Well, I have bought some batteries in anticipation, but apart from that, nothing. Now the reason I'm working on it in my editing studio is that it's small and it's warm in here, and I can do a lot of stuff on this desk, and until I need to do some maybe some repairs on it, maybe soldering and cleaning and things like that, this is where I'm going to have the initial look. So this video is the initial look of the Grundig TK1. So let's go ahead and open it. It isn't in bad condition. It's quite clean really, considering it was manufactured in 1961. Well, there's the first problem. Here we go. So so we've taken the lid off. I'll put that to one side, and it even has a spare Grundig original drive belt in there, part number 727. This is interesting. It has its microphone, tiny little microphone, and DIN connector for it. I have a Grundig microphone downstairs for my TK14, and I'm just wondering whether that would work in here as well. And there is the tape recorder. So just check the controls. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I think, is turn it over and put some batteries in it and give it an initial try. I have got some tapes here as well, so I don't know, no clue what's on these, but I have got a nice 3-inch tape. He says, trying to get it out. A nice 3-inch tape. So I'm now going to turn the thing over and try some batteries in it and see what will happen. One never knows with these things. So let's put the top back on. All the clips are in good condition. There's no burning smells or anything like that. Well, you wouldn't expect that from a battery machine anyway. And it does have the level indicator, little valve there as well. So we'll have to see how all this works. So let's get this on. I think I might do this in just one take. Turn it over. Undo the battery under the bottom, put that to one side, and have a quick look in. Well, the batteries haven't leaked. There's no batteries in there, which is always a good sign with these machines, and it looks reasonably clean. Terminals look fairly clear, so I'll put these in first. And I assume that's the same way around. Never assume with these things. Yes, it is. So I'm going to put that one in next. I think it all clips down quite well. Now opening these. Excuse everything going on the floor while I do this, but I can tidy that up later. Just don't want to get bits of plastic and cardboard in amongst the Put these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, they are a tight fit. What's going on here then? 1, 2. It was at this point that I removed the recorder to my workshop and began to disassemble it. Looking inside, first of all, it all seemed okay, but as soon as I delved a little bit deeper into the machine, I could see that the rubber on the main drive capstan, the one that the motor actually impinged on to rotate the capstan, was totally disintegrated. It was solid as concrete, and every time I touched it, bits fell off. At this point, I decided that it wasn't worth fault finding the TK1 any further. Getting one of these would have been very difficult, if not impossible, and the time and effort involved I just didn't think was worth it. So yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and I'm afraid this is one that I most definitely lost. So I'm going to reassemble the whole thing, put it back together, and say, well, we had a go, but our go wasn't good enough. Oh, that's about it for the TK1. There are some jobs that you really want to get involved in, and you can see a very positive outcome, but I'm afraid old reel-to-reel tape recorders, although electronically you might be able to fix them, mechanically they're always a bit of a problem, and unless you're you have all the spares and you're really into the mechanics of them, then it's something which is a bit of a specialist task. With this particular recorder, it's the main drive band is completely shot, and that's the one that the motor actually drives the spindle with. So it's just not repairable unless you can get a replacement one of those. The spare belt that I found in the packet was a replacement, and that's also it's in a stretch. It's not a very good condition. So I've decided not to pursue it any further. In addition to this, the audio side wasn't working, and when I connected it to a power supply, it was drawing an inordinate amount of current. So there's obviously something very wrong with the electronics on it as well, and there was no hiss from the speaker. Anyway, I put it all back together and I put it to bed, so you won't be hearing any more from me about Grundig TK1. I'm pleased to say that my TK14 is still working fine, and that all seems to be going really well, but it's the end of the story for this one. So it's not often I admit defeat, but I'm sorry, I admit defeat on this. Anyway, I will show you a picture in a minute which reflects the state of my workshop, and it's empty. There's nothing on either of the benches, and nothing to actually do. So bit of a rest for a little while until the phone goes and someone says, I've got an amplifier that needs looking at, or my record player's not working. But until then, I'm going to say farewell for a little while until I get something else to do. Or I might do a literary book. I've just rejoined the Byron Society, and I might do a literary video on that, or one of my favourite poets. I don't know. But there's a lot of range of things that I can get involved in. So for this video, I'm going to say thank you for watching, and as always, take care.